And number 3, provinces or regions where the absolute number of poor families or fisher folks and the incidence of poverty are high as identified in the latest official poverty statistics of the PSA. Number 3, National Irrigation Administration. For NIA, on the Balog-Balog Multipurpose Project 2, Tarlac, a decrease of 500 million pesos. This proposal seeks to slash off a considerable portion of this anomalous infrastructure project pending final review and study by the agency. Number 4, Metropolitan Manila Development Authority. For MMDA, insert a locally funded project entitled Drainage Improvement along Marcos Highway, Pasig-Marikina Cainta section with a budget of 500 million pesos. This drainage improvement project, which aims to divert runoff water to the Marikina River, would help ease flooding along Marcos Highway that would result in greater mobility and ultimate relief for our balikbayans in the east. Number 5, Marcoleta, Senator Marcoleta. Ano na lang, 2 pages. Department of Justice, Office of the Secretary. For the Department of Justice, Office of the Secretary, a proposed decrease of 365 million on its confidential funds, thereby reducing its 729 million pesos confidential funds back to 364 million pesos. Number 6, Office for Alternative Dispute Resolution. For the OADR on its ADR Advocacy and Development Services for the public and private sectors, an increase of 146 million pesos. This augmentation will allow the OADR to implement its high-impact programs such as the ADR Awareness Campaign and Roadshow, the conduct of ADR trainings, as well as Katarungan, Pambarangay Summits, among others. The National Commission on, number 7, National Commission on Indigenous People. I hereby propose to increase the budget for the Self-Governance and Empowerment Program, Region 4A, Calabarzon, by 15 million or from 1.9 million to 16.9 million for the reforestation of the Sierra Madre. Department of Information and Communications Technology, National Telecommunications Commission. For NTC, I propose to reduce the Central Office MOE budget from 118 million to 0, thus leaving the Central Office with a total budget of 21.5 million pesos. The day after DICT and NTC budget plenary schedule, my staff together with the finance chair staff inspected the capability of the procured equipment. Upon NTC's demonstration, our staff were disturbed to find out that the 3 equipment, System 1, 2, and 3, functionally are significantly constrained by technical limitations. Some of the devices brought on site either lacked identifiable serial numbers or were accompanied by incomplete or insufficient documentation. Furthermore, the staff who claimed to have undergone training in Israel on the issue of equipment failed to demonstrate how the equipment is properly operated and utilized in real-world scenarios. The NTC also clarified that it does not possess the authority to deploy the systems for certain sensitive or investigative functions, despite the equipment being technically capable of doing so, highlighting the limited practical utility of the systems despite the significant resources invested in their acquisition. Number 9, Department of Information and Communications Technology, Cybercrime Investigation and Coordinating Center. For DICT Cybercrime Prevention, Investigation and Coordination Program, I propose to increase the amount of its formulation, coordination, and monitoring of cybercrime plans and policies by 322 million pesos or from 228 million pesos to 650 million pesos. National Irrigation Administration. Lastly, Mr. President, this is to manifest my support for the inclusion of the proposed special provision entitled Authority to Modify the List of Irrigation Projects under the budget of the National Irrigation Administration. I'm submitting my letter of support to the good chairperson. Next is for Senator Amy Marcos, and let me read her letter. Mr. President, dear colleagues, I rise to submit my proposed institutional amendments to Senate Committee Report number 18 on House Bill number 4058 or the Fiscal Year 2026 General Appropriations Bill. For the Department of Agriculture, OSEC, on the Kadiwa ni Ani at Kita, an increase of 100 million pesos in addition to the 50 million in the committee report. The Kadiwa program was conceptualized to directly link farmers and fisherfolks to consumers, allowing producers to enjoy expanded market access while providing consumers with basic commodities at affordable prices. The Kadiwa includes programs for capacity building for farmers and fisherfolks to improve production and logistics and creating partnership for farmers and institutional buyers to guarantee farmer income. And in 2025, the Kadiwa program received 450 million. Yet in fiscal year 2026 National Expenditure Program, the proposed budget has drastically reduced to 250 million pesos. This represents a cut of 200 million or roughly 44%. While the Senate version committee added 50 million to the program, this is not enough to offset the net reduction. This reduction will severely hamper the delivery of needed services such as working capital, machinery, transport, and delivery vehicles, and post-harvest facilities. I respectfully request this chamber to reinstate the 400 million budget for the Kadiwa program. Number two, still for DA on the Young Farmers Challenge program, an increase of 75 million pesos in addition to the 25 million pesos included in the committee report. The Young Farmers Challenge program is a financial grant assistance to youth-led agri-fishery business enterprises in the form of a competition. It provides a youth access to capital and business development assistance to create young agripreneurs. In 2025, the Young Farmers Challenge program received 200 million pesos. Yet in fiscal year 2026 NEP, the proposed budget has been drastically reduced to 100 million pesos. This represents a cut of 100 million or roughly 50%. While the Senate version report adds 25 million to the program, the resulting cost means fewer beneficiaries, fewer opportunities, and fewer enterprises served, threatening to undo the momentum of promoting agriculture to the youth. I respectfully request this chamber to reinstate the 200 million budget for the Young Farmers Challenge. And number three, lastly, under the Department of Social Welfare and Development, OSEC, on the Cash for Work program for college students or new graduates, an increase of 380 million. The Cash for Work program stands out because it operates on a simple but transformative principle. Assistance must empower. Instead of doling out aid with no engagement, we provide short-term financial support in exchange for meaningful community work. Our young people earn their income while building skills, discipline, and experience that prepare them for real employment and reduces dependency and strengthens self-reliance and help them stand on their own feet. In 2025, the Cash for Work program received 400 million pesos, yet in the NEP 2026, the proposed budget has been drastically reduced to 120 million pesos. This represents a cut of 280 million pesos or roughly 70%. A cut of this magnitude means fewer beneficiaries, fewer opportunities, and fewer communities served, threatening to undo the gains we have fought so hard to achieve. I respectfully request this chamber to reinstate the 500 million budget for the Cash for Work program. In addition, Mr. President, the Committee on Finance also received Senator Marcos' individual amendments in the amount of almost 2 billion pesos for various infrastructure projects, duly supported by Sangguniang resolutions, program of work, and other pertinent documents. This is for Senator Erwin Tulfo, for DPWH, for the Department of Public Works and Highways, an increase on various infrastructure projects amounting to 1.6 billion pesos were submitted with supporting documents and have been forwarded to the Committee on Finance Chair for consideration. For DOH, the Department of Health, an increase of hospital construction projects amounting to 300 million pesos were submitted with supporting documents and transmitted to the Committee on Finance for consideration. For the Department of Environment and Natural Resources, an increase on the construction of wastewater treatment facilities amounting to 46 million pesos has been submitted with supporting documents and forwarded to the Committee on Finance Chair for consideration. And lastly, for the Department of Social and Development, an increase on construction of training center amounting to 160 million pesos have been submitted with supporting documents and has likewise been forwarded to the Committee on Finance for consideration. And this is for Senator Tulfo, and let me just read his letter. For the Department of Migrant Workers, Office of the Secretary on Agarang, Kalinga at Saklolo para sa mga OFWs na nangangailangan, Action Fund, an increase of 100 million pesos. As a consequence, a new special provision under the DMW shall be inserted as follows. Agarang, Kalinga at Saklolo para sa mga OFWs na nangangailangan, Action Fund, the amount of 2,500,000,000 pesos appropriated herein for the Action Fund program under the Workers' Welfare and Government Placement Services shall be used to provide legal, medical, and financial and other forms of assistance to distressed OFWs and their families. In the implementation of the Action Fund program, the DMW shall be permitted to utilize up to 5% of the mentioned amount for program management costs and administrative expenses, including bank transaction fees, communication expenses, presentation expenses, travel expenses, office and ICT supplies, postage and courier services, other professional services, and other maintenance and operating expenses to support effective program management. Yung 95% of the 2.5 billion ng Action Fund ay gagamitin para sa legal, medical, financial assistance at pang-repatriate sa mga OFWs na nasa krisis sa ibang bansa, na abuso, na didisgrasya o namamatay dahil sa kalamidad at giyera. For the Department of Labor and Employment, Office of the Secretary, for the purchase of body-worn cameras for labor inspectors, an increase of 50 million pesos para maiwasan ang posibleng bribery ng mga employers sa ating mga labor inspectors para lamang aregluhin ang mga kanilang violations. Kailangan ng body camera. Mr. President, with the body camera, we are hoping that labor inspections will become more transparent. For the Department of Labor and Employment, Office of the Secretary for the funding requirement of DOLE Hotline 1349 operations, an increase of 11 million pesos. Bumisita ako sa DOLE nitong lamang October 13 at nakita ko doon, hindi lang yung malilit na espasyo para sa mga empleyado ng DOLE Hotline. Nalaman ko din, Mr. President, na majority of the employees do not have plantilla positions at kung saan sa ang Bureau ng DOLE hinuhugot ang pampasweldo para sa mga hotline agents. Hindi pa sigurado kung saan kukunin ang pampasweldo sa kanila next year. With this amendment, Mr. President, the salary of 25 personnel will be covered. For the Department of Transportation, Office of the Secretary, for the National Speed Limiter Compliance and Enforcement Program, an increase of 70 million pesos. As a consequence, a new special provision under the DOTR shall be inserted as follows. The National Speed Limiter Compliance and Enforcement Program, the amount of 70 million pesos is herein appropriated for the implementation of Republic Act number 10916 or the Road Speed Limiter Act of 2016. Mr. President, I have mentioned many times in the past the importance of speed limiter for the public utility vehicles, closed vans, haulers, or cargo trailers, shuttle service, or tanker trucks. Madaming aksidente ang pwedeng maiwasan kapag finally ma-implement ang RA 10916 or the Road Speed Limiter Act.